Hi everyone, this is GOL from Life and Productions Squared, and we're back today to do the last part for the last recording for the developer's vlog for Space Crusade. It's the last day I'm going to be working on it part-time with Combat Insurrection, and just wanted to get in and do a little bit more on it exclusively today. So, last time we did recording, we talked about some of the things I was adding into the modding system. We got the string split thing going on from Boost, and I showed you the icon that I've been working on. After I'd recorded that, I went through and added in some new functions and some other stuff, as you can see here. So what I've done here is that I've created a couple new functions, and these are actually template functions, so they will take any type of vector. I had to spend a little bit of time figuring out how to do this, but they're templated functions, which means that for a template type name T, T being the type name, the vector of T vect, and the function will pass vector of T vect and string type to the function. So if type equals int, which I pass along with the vector to fill, then fill in, you do the operations to turn a string into an int. If you're doing a float, then you use a toff instead of a toy to turn the string into a float. That's essentially what that is about. And that's really all. There might be some other things, but I think that's the majority of what I did afterwards. I haven't been keeping. I'm guilty of not keeping track of the stuff in the log. There's not going to be anything for the change log for any of this most recent stuff. I'm going to start back up and upkeeping with that in the next development month, which I guess will be August to September, mid-September rather, and doing changelog entries. But I just completely have had that fall by the wayside. So I don't really know what all I've changed. I think you already had seen the casino stuff and damage and all that. So what we're going to do today is we're going to find ways in which we can use these vectors that we're creating. Let's see. So we have like rank names, for example. That's going to be used in the entity class. So what we'll do is we'll say this. Let's see. Let's go to. I don't know if it's open or not. No. All right. So we'll open it here, and we'll go find the rank up function if it exists. If not, then we'll create it. Not sure if it does exist or not. I'm going to go to player because hostiles cannot rank up. Alright, P setup, rank up, here we go. Okay, so we have these here. So instead of doing this, what we'll do is we'll say up here include our global vars header, and then we will include gv equals global vars. Or is it just gvars? Maybe it's gvars. There we go, yeah. So, now we have that included, and what we can do down here now is instead of doing all this crazy stuff like this, and having it hard-coded, and this too, we can change this to E-rank equals whatever the first rank, imported rank is. So if the first rank is captain or some other kind of ranking system you want to use, then that will directly play in here. So being the first rank. So GV, E-rank equals GV. Let's see, ranks. So that's a, what we want is the vector. That's a string. Oh, there you go, E-ranks, yeah. E-ranks, and then dot at 0. So whatever the first rank is in the vector, it will be set to E-rank. So whether it be private, Commodore, some other ranking system you want to use, that's what will happen. That can stay hard-coded. Now resources we're going to have to deal with because you can have new resources now, so these aren't going to be the only resources you can use. You can also have custom resources. So that I'm thinking of doing of that is having either a vector like the other ones, or creating a vector of a class type resource that'll have the information populated from that vector from global vars, like the description and the name, but that and then the order of those as well. But that is can be modified. You can add in your own, add in sapphires or something into the list, or titanium, or isogen, or whatever you want to use, gold. All that's fine. That's all fine. Although I really should do it as dynamically with the vector. But at the same time, you can't change this, so this definitely has to change. So there should be a value in global vars that says something to the effect of first mission or something. Mission. So, comma delimited list of mission order. So we didn't actually, oh no, we had the main mission line. Let's see. So what happens is that we fill the, how this actually works is we take the input from the strings. So you got the string, the vector to fill, then the character to split on. That fills up the string fills up the vector. And then for vectors that are for types that are not string, we use this method where we have clear vec type, clear vect. Again, that's another templated or no, maybe it's not. Well, no, it is templated. Okay, never mind, it is. Templated, even though it doesn't really need to be, function to clear the vector. That's passed, and then we do the same things up here, except we're taking So wait. Okay, no, this is the vector and this is the string. Never mind, I had those backwards. So we take the temporary vector temp1 and the string that we want to split, and then again the character to split on. Then we send the vector that's going to hold the final values, which is in this case GM missions, game main missions, and temp1 is, since it's part of the namespace, we don't have to send it. We can just access it from within the fill_vect function, as we do here, and then we take that, put it in a for loop that will complete when I is no longer less than the size of temp1, and then we push back the vector that's passed and put in the value that we want to put in. In this case, the mission main mission IDs that we want to put in through a toy. So we're going to use GM missions over here on the entity CPP for this. So create mission GV GM missions, and then we just say .@0, because the first mission is going to be the main, the first mission of the main mission line. So again, doing the same thing as what we did up here with the ranks. We just use the very first element in the array, or in the vector. So if you wanted to change the first main mission, you could do that. Let's see what else. Relations. Let's see. Where else can we put something in like that? Alright, so we get down to here now. So we go about this in a kind of a backwards way here. We go from the highest to the lowest. So what we need to do is we need to take the value of E ranks. I think that's what it is. No, not E ranks. Maybe it is. No, RK types, and we want to subtract 1 from it each time we go down there. So -1, -2, -3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and so that way we get through the different things. So for example, we have this. So we go GV. E ranks .at, and then we say GV RK types -1. So if RK types is 9, which it is right now, then we want to get element 8 out of the vector, because vectors, as you remember, are 0 indexed, so it's 0 to 8 for a 9-element vector. And so by saying eranks dot at GVR types -1, we say that we want to get the rank at the very end of that was at the end of the string. So rank 9, which is in this case Admiral. Now, this isn't a how to put it. This isn't a very utopian style solution. What we want to eventually have is that this essentially will be done through, we'll have the things here, but the actual values will be either gotten as input from the global vars, or will be part of a database table that has the requirements for getting those ranks, instead of having them hard-coded. And possibly even saying, the ship types, have those also be part of imported, or part of the of the table, so that the only thing that's a constant is the level that's required for the actual named type of what this is, and the actual level value can be changed as input as well, or through the database. But for right now, this will do, because I don't think anybody's going to be making any kind of huge total conversion mods or anything using the game yet. My end goal, as I've stated a lot of times, is to get a game that you can totally convert out to a different game without actually having to change any of the actual coding, which is pretty difficult. Obviously, there would be some things that you couldn't do, like you couldn't add in new types of features or whatnot, but you could change the entire game itself underneath that kind of a system without having to even mess around with the code. Just change all the different assets that the code uses. So we just go through and supplement this in for what's here on each one of these and subtract one more. So we get the 8th now, and the 7th. And then the 6th. The 5th. Fourth. The 3rd, and then the 2nd. So that's done now. What else can we do? We'll probably also have to do this too, wouldn't we? The actual formula here, make that make some of these values be external, so you can change that around. What else do we need to change? Don't believe we need to do anything else yet, anyway. I think that's everything. So good affinity. Maybe we have something we can do here. Let's go to that one. Aha, so there we go. So we got the different affinities. We can put these out as externals too, so they can be changed, as well as maybe the values. So I'll put a 2D there. We won't do it on this one. This video. Let's see, what else is there? It's got the kills. Let's go ahead and put in the one for command ships. The reason this isn't already existing is because I wanted to leave it out while there weren't any large numbers of weapons, weapons for the command ship for every class of weapon. Oops. Entity H, not game. So, player int p cs kills. Player command ship kills. Then I'm going to go update CS kills. Okay, I guess we got that already. The actual function there, update CS kills. We just didn't have the code in, nor did we have the variable down here for it. Actually kind of interesting. I should have thrown a error message or something. I'm trying to, you know, build the code. Alright, let's see, we need to add the get function as well. Which also seems to be existing. We'll probably also have to add that to the database saving stuff and loading as well. Definitely have to add that back in here. Let's see. Now, let's go check that right away. That's something we can do now. Data system, CPP. We're going to load data. Let's go to save first. I guess we gotta add that to the placeholder as well. Huh. Let's see. Here we go. Any other places we need to store that? Nope, just there. Alright, so back over. Now I probably need to also edit the database loading as well. Yeah. And then we'll have to add that also to the, is it in the table? Also, that's been shrunken down by, playing, Czar. Database save. Player data. Nope, it's not in there. We'll have to add it. Wow. Integer. So all this is going to be shifted down by one. Damn, it sucks. Alright, so apply. And we're going to make the changes over in the database. Function. Actually, let's check. We might need to add some other stuff in for that. Or no, wait. No, never mind. No, we don't need to. Well, yeah, no, because we're doing it directly through this. All right, yeah. So we don't need. You're not querying any information that's going to be pulled from the data system function through any of its own functions. It just gets set by the player functions over an entity. So database CPP. I'm going to look up player data. Oh, there we got player data. What do you know? Right there. I need to add that up here as well. Yeah, right there. Right in between there. This comes the new case 10. Then all these get shifted down one. Haven't really been able to get too much done on as far as the audio goes. Was hoping to get some new stuff out, but that's gonna have to wait for another update. Alright, we got the added into both those functions, and seems to be going. Now we got to add to the save data function, both here and over in the data system. So, CS kills. Need an extra question mark. SQL I8. Oh well, that's actually off anyway. There's two 13s, I believe. Or maybe not, I don't know. It looked like there was a SQLI being repeated, but maybe that's because I was changing them then. Who knows? Anyway, so should be all of them. So actually all we need to do is add an extra one of these in. 21, 24, and turn that to 25. And we're done with that particular part of it. Alright, so that's all done. Let's see. What else can we bring out? Let's look at the messages. Message processing. I want to see what's going on with that and the and these. Have I merged all of them in? Yes, I have. Okay, good. Cool. Now, what about over in the game for the markets? Game CPP. SMW loop B. Oh no, wait. Yeah. No, yeah. That's what we're looking for here, these for loops. Alright, so, gvars is a part of it, though. Already. So we just have to go in and change these. Is less than or equal to. Then I'm going to do the frigate class later, so GV. How would be I? So IRW, no, IRL, F, frig, okay, dot I high. So as long as I is less than or equal to inventory item range laser class frigate dot high, print out these values. Of course, I has to also start at a specific value. Since we're doing them by class now, we don't. Oh no, that's right. We're doing each one if it's the ship class that you're looking for is above each. Like, so if you're doing a cruiser, you'll see, frigate, destroyer, and cruiser weapons. That's right. So this needs to be set. No, it needs to be. We need to do it. Yeah, it needs to be done all internally, or whatever you want to call it. This has to be low because these are no longer zeros or ones or whatever. They're all specific ranges. So you can see how this kind of plays out now. Alright, we can do this now. Damn. M. Whoops. Wrong M. Or wrong C. I got rid of. This has to go up to 7 now again. Command ship. Of course, this is now weapon or laser. Still weapon. Alright. Then you would do this for every weapon type. We'll just do it for lasers though, since we're just doing this to show the kind of changes being made. And we'll have to do a whole nother one of these for non-mining barge weapons. Mining lasers. Actually, we could do it at the end of each one of these segments, I guess. Like we do this, then once that's finished, we do the another 4 with the yeah. So essentially like this, then 4. Of course, we do a count into L times 2. And we don't have weapons. Or do we? No, we do have weapons. Alright, so it would be for Titans. It would be these. Here. Of course, we need GV in front of it. I low. I is less than or equal to I high. I plus plus. Technically not a weapon, but still can be used that way. and then accesses the weapon table, you can do it through that, but, or not weapon, but the equipment table, you can do it through it. So I could say equipment. Well, no, because equipment's been broken down, hasn't it? Sure, I could say ship then, and we could still do it because it would be the proper ID, although it wouldn't be accessed correctly in terms of the data that would be returned. So I guess that's true, isn't it? The data that would be returned from it wouldn't be correct because it wouldn't have the same information being brought over. Eventually, these will have to be broken down from weapon into whatever they are, so laser, bomb, railgun, whatever. Because we'll go in and explode that further so that we go by type when we're importing the data from the table. So we don't have to import, even handle importing certain fields if we're not going to use them. Instead of importing them as nothing and not using them for particular weapons. Or importing the values that are there if we're not going to use them. So, well, no, I guess because if it's not used, there's no value, but you're still importing something which takes up memory, even if it's just infinitesimally. So that would be a way to kind of deal with that. Count I dsmp dot get w name. And see, with weapons, well, I guess it pulls it in anyway, doesn't it? Sure. The mining information. And so that's what we just do for each one of these different classes. Just add this, tack this onto the end. We don't need this down here anymore. Now, mining lasers. That's what we're missing here. IS equals something. Crap on all these. I knew I was missing something, I just couldn't figure out what it was. It's the I equals part. Alright, now those are fixed. Mining lasers. Those are this. Alright, and then you would just do all that other stuff for the other things as well. Now, this we'd have to change as well, too, huh? True. Damn. So this kind of goes to show how much work that kind of goes in and thought that has to go into when you're working on this kind of stuff. But we're going to continue working on this. I'm going to take a short break here. I mean, not too short, but take a break nonetheless. And then we'll get back into it. Don't want to record too much because I want to save this drive for Digital Devil Saga for the most part, if I can. Alright, and we're back. Now let me see. I still got plenty. But yeah, we'll probably record maybe another hour or so. I don't know, we'll have to see. So, yeah. Let me go ahead and put a to-do here to finish the rest of these. Oh, so let's go ahead and do this next part here, I guess. So, let's see. If code equals 1, P choice is not 901. If P choice is... What was 901? 901. Huh. I think 901 was the mining barge laser. I think that's what this used to be. I wish you could see like a pop-up that would tell you what you changed. That'd be awesome. It doesn't do that. So, what's interesting though is that 901 is not handled by this. Very interesting. So if mining barge C code is 9. C code equals 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. But 901. What is 901? Maybe. Let's see. Let's undo a few of these and see if we can figure out what 901 was. Okay, now 901 used to be the low end of the mining lasers, yeah. That's what I thought. So that actually doesn't work anyway, the way it's set up here. So what we want to do now is we want to go through and take these and use them for the ranges there, because the range there has to correspond to the range down here. For the outer ranges, that is. In other words, the boundaries past which you cannot go for the high and the low. So if P choice is lower than GV IRL C frig die low, or it's higher than all that dot I high, meaning if the player chooses something other than 0 but that's lower than 1, like say -1 or something like that, or if the player chooses I guess in this case it wouldn't be 1, it'd be whatever I low is, 100 and something, 200 something. What is I low? 241. Or is greater than I high, so then greater than 248. And P choice. Oh, this is the one thing I don't get. And P choice does not equal 901. What was 901, and why does that matter? I don't understand why we had the and there. Because that means this has to be true for this whole entire thing to be true. So, the P choice does not equal 901. I'm trying to figure out why we even had that when it was just like a range up here. Oops. I had to refix that. So we're looking at this here, just I903, but I never equals 901, does it? You see, I is 1. So I would loop through a bunch of times to get up to 903, 902, 1, 2, and 3. That still doesn't make any sense in context of this, though. I think this was from some other time earlier, and I just didn't, change it. Let's go ahead and fix that. That should be I high. Alright, So I don't think we need this. We can just get rid of that. I also don't think we need that. Not sure why we had that for. Because this will include, this will exclude 91. Well, no, that's right, because what this was for 901 was the non-mining barge laser weapon I had made. Then you had the mining laser and the strip miner that were the other two. So no, that was there, supposed to be there. Let's go ahead and add it back. So yeah, that is supposed to be there, but I don't think the parentheses were right anyway. In this case, we're going to be going with the frigate stuff. The frigate versions. Instead of just using 901 all the time, it's going to be the, this here, except be, that's not supposed to be that anyway. That's for regular mining lasers. It's supposed to be... Oh no, maybe that's right. Titan mining lasers? No, yeah, okay, that's right. It is. It's different in the settings. I see settings from that. It's like, yeah, NMBL, whatever. Some crazy long ass key name that I decided not to use for this. It's RTM laser. So this will be easy. We just go. So it's going to be GV IIR FM laser dot I low. And I gotta make a P choice here. P choice is less than that, or we do the high. So essentially it's going to be like the middle one here now, instead of just being like one value. It's going to be an either or situation. High. And then we just need to change that out as well. So what we could just do is just take all this here and just take it down there and copy paste it on all of these, then edit them all individually. And all you have to change is the ship name and then the one character here for the class or ship class, not name. Alright. So, one thing that won't change though is the ILO, because, well, nice. See, there's a problem there, because they aren't all in sequence. So, for example, if they chose a value in between I low and whatever, IIRLC destroyer.I high, that wasn't actually a weapon. Say like ID, what would it be? What would one of them be? Yeah, so say it chose 250. That's an empty thing, So there's no way to do that. We'd have to do each section individually. Damn. So that's going to be a problem. I mean, what's going to have to do is we're going to have these sections, we're going to have to repeat this section, in other words. So we'll have to keep the frigate low and not frigate high, because destroyers can equip frigate weapons. But we also have to include the range for destroyers, too, to determine if it's outside of those ranges. Because the player can choose a frigate weapon to install on a destroyer, and if you only check for the destroyer item range, it's still going to be out of range, because the frigate weapons are always going to be a lower value than IIR LC destroyer.ilo. So if we just go with this kind of situation, it's always going to be low, and always going to be tripping this because it'll be out of that range. So we have to have that in there as well. Damn. It's going to make these huge. But I guess we have to deal with it, so... And, well, same for the lasers, really, if you think about it. This is why we're going to, in I think probably 7 or 8, I'm going to implement the energy system and the CPU system to make ship fittings more like EVE Online, where you have a finite amount of power generation and of computer processing, and what you can equip on a ship is limited to what can be fit within those limitations. Anybody that's played EVE Online will understand what I mean by that. Because on EVE Online, what you have is weapons that can be installed. Each weapon requires a certain amount of power and a certain amount of CPU power. Well, really, the power is drained when it's used. So if you don't have a high enough capacitor in your ship for a weapon, it'll drain the capacitor down to 0 or not be able to work at all. But the CPU power is really the more limiting factor, if you will, for everything else that's on the ship. And so we'll have something like that where when you install a weapon, it'll take up a certain amount of your CPU processing power, and also have a certain power requirement every time it's fired. And that'll also entail having to add in the power system. It'll probably be 8, because in 7 we'll add in modules, and modules will include things like repair kits, capacitor recharge items, shield regeneration modifiers, like to allow your shields to regenerate quicker for a certain amount of time, and other kinds of things like ECM, which will dampen an enemy's weapon ranges and what have you. Then after that one, we can do the energy and CPU system, and then that'll fit in there. But for now, we're going to have to do this. Now, I'm just looking at this now, thinking, and what I think we'll say is that only frigates can install frigate mining lasers. Only destroyers can install destroyer mining lasers. We'll do that. We'll do it that way, so we don't have to make it this thing twice as large as it's going to be eventually for the stuff. So, and I'll make, whenever we do switch to the other thing, I'll do some kind of thing that'll make that jive with the requirements and whatnot. We also have to add in the skill system too, now that I think about it. That'll probably be a 9, or I guess maybe 8, I don't know, it depends. I mean, 7 and 8 are going to have very long development times. I mean, 6 is already going to have 4 to 6 months. But it's probably going to be about 8 to 9 months for 7, maybe a year for 8. So I'm really expanding things out now a bit more. Then probably depending on what we get done in 7 and 8 and what I want to add in after that I thought up of, or that needs to be added, I might shorten the time for 9. Of course, then 1.0 is going to be taking a lot longer than any of the other ones. A year, maybe a year and a half, depending on the amount of editing that has to be done to the code for the engine. Still trying to decide what to use. I mean, now that CryEngine and really all the other engines that are out commercial engines have gone to a subscription model instead of a buying a license model. UE4 is actually going to be like, I think it's $19 a month per seat, per development seat. CryEngine, which is on Steam now, that's at about $9.80 and 80 something cents per month per developer seat. So things are looking a bit more competitive in the engine area. So we'll just have to see what happens. If at all possible, I'd like to go with UE4, but CryEngine's an interesting kind of late entry. CryEngine's a pretty powerful engine, although who knows if what UE4 can produce, because we haven't really seen any UE4 games on PC yet. So who knows what it can produce. Might be comparable to CryEngine. Now I don't know if it's CryEngine, the original CryEngine, or if it's CryEngine 2 or 3, or if it's just been rebranded as CryEngine. Period. They don't distinguish between if they're releasing the version of CryEngine that Crysis is made on, or if it's their updated engine for the other Crysis games or what. And there's got to be Destroyer now. Dest. And so we just have to kind of do that with all of these. And we'll just add one on each time we go through these. So next one will be frigates and then cruisers. And then frigates, cruisers, battle cruisers. Frigates, cruisers, battle cruisers, battleships, etc. So yeah. I'll go ahead and I'll put a to-do here to continue on that. Let's see. To-do. Keep changing these. So I don't really want to get tied down in any one spot. I want to kind of go over and just start working on a few things here and there and kind of show you what needs to be done. We'll have to do all those changes here as well for missiles, except it'll be a little bit easier because we won't have to do all the mining laser crap. We'll have to add in rail and heavy weapons now because we have those. I'll have to uncomment all the code we have here for those now that we have them. I'll have to also add command ships and motherships to bombs because there weren't any of those class of weapons for bombs until recently. Till that recent content creation push I did. Well, where else do we need to maybe change? Well, here, obviously. What's this for? Oh, ships. Yeah, frigate ships. External value flag, condition value. Oh, that's interesting. See, these are going to be external, but the question is how are we going to deal with C code? I mean, it says 1, but at the same time, frigates. This will have to be a call to that ship class vector and global vares. And this should be, so we'll have to work on that as well. I got these, I'll put a to-do here anyway. Easiest way to mark something that you want to make sure you do is to do a to-do and then just search for to-dos. Alright, what else? Let's see. A lot of changing to do. I have to go through and anywhere I see weapon data, I have to just rename it to weapon. Ship data, rename it to ship. I already went through and did the stuff for equipment data and, kind of exploded that stuff apart, but it's kind of the same process I have to do with everything else, and that takes a while because there's just so many different places that stuff can be referenced from. Not only in message processing, but just everywhere. Because I think pretty much almost every class at some point in time, except for maybe No, damage does too. Everything reconnects back to data system at some point in time to get some sort of value related to the damage or whatnot of special damage or what have you. So yeah, that's gonna be it for today. Yeah, I may this week carve out some time to do some work on some audio, and I may record that too. But if I don't, this is gonna be the final video for the 11th developers vlog for Space Crusade. By the time we do the next development videos, we'll have finalized the new name for the game. I'm not sure if we'll rebrand it just yet. I may wait till version 8 or 9 before I do the rebranding, because what'll happen is I'll actually open up a new YouTube channel for all the videos for the game, and also remake the... Oh, that's interesting. This kind of trails off into nothing there. Surprised that didn't error. Wow, what the hell? Redo the name on the website and what have you. Change all the different things. It'll be a huge thing that'll probably take me several days, if not maybe even a week, because there's so many things that have to be changed. But that'll be happening. But yeah, if I do some recording for the audio stuff, I will do a short, maybe not short, but I'll do another video. If not, this will be the last one. So, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the videos. If you didn't find them entertaining, hopefully at least a little bit more insight into the insanity that is game development and editing game code for changes you've made. As they say, whenever you update a game or a program, really in general, you can expect to break about 10 things. So one thing that I hate about updating code is that you're always going to miss something somewhere. It's not a matter of if, it's when and where. And I've done my fair share of even small little changes I've made sometimes that have broken things. Although there's also times I made huge changes and haven't broken anything. Those are exceedingly rare. I'm going to continue working on the... what is the... database tool for modding. I don't know if I don't think I did any recording for that. Of course, I'm still working on even getting the code to work. Right now I'm trying to get in and figure out how to do animation with the Windows Animation. What is it? Manager, I think. That's what it's called. Because all the animation techniques that were used for XP and also, I guess, for Windows Vista up to a point have been deprecated or no longer work in 7 or something. And they use the animation manager now to do window animations. So I'm going to be checking that out. But stay tuned. I'll let you know what's going on with everything. As information is generated during the YouTube updates on our Facebook page. And also be on the lookout for the update, which will be coming in on the 1st of August. I'll also go into a little more detail on some of the other things then. And thanks for watching, and if you haven't done so already, appreciate it if you would subscribe to our channel. And I will see you next time.